Greetings everybody, hello, and welcome to the 11th video in the War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Beginner Series. My name is Justin, and today I will be briefly going over Trust Stones, which are a way to enhance your TMR equipment with additional powerful stats and bonuses. The Trust Stone system is a very powerful way to enhance your unit's power. Allow me to go into what you can expect from a Trust Stone. In general, they are a way to enhance your existing TMRs with bonus attributes. As a quick refresher, a TMR is a Trustmaster reward. It is granted when a unit has reached their max awakening level of 6 and their max limit break level of 5. Each TMR can have 6 Trust Stones equipped to them, which are basically 3 offense and 3 defense. Each Trust Stone you create will have a very specific purpose by providing specific bonuses, stats, and attributes. Trust Stones provide the following bonuses. Basic increases to stats such as attack, magic, defense, spirit, HP, and so on. Set bonuses by equipping 2 or more of the same types, and they provide things such as spirit, luck, and more. Very powerful additional effects such as attack percent, slash attack, evasion, HP percent, and many more. You can get 2 of these attributes per Trust Stone, giving up to 12 additional effects per TMR. Creating a Trust Stone and adding it to any TMR is a huge boon for your units by several means, so it's worth the effort to get the Trust Stones that you want. There are almost no requirements for you to start using Trust Stones. As long as you have a TMR, you are able to begin adding your Trust Stones to them and having your units take advantage of them. Let's start by getting familiar with the initial UI. On the main Trust Stone screen, you will see a list of all of your currently created Trust Stones, which you can filter by the corresponding runes or letters at the top, or with the filter button. You will then be able to go into the Forge screen or the Dismantle screen in the bottom left, but we will explore those later. The first thing that we want to do is actually create a Trust Stone to become more familiar with the process. So let's go into the Forge screen on the bottom left. Here you will be presented with Trust Stones you were able to create, broken down by their rune or letter. There are 6 different letters available for Trust Stones, which are Idealism, Aspiration, Justice, Triumph, Prosperity, and Glory. I, J, and P generally provide defensive stats and bonuses, while A, T, and G provide offensive stats and bonuses. Trust Stones also come in different rarities similar to units and equipment. You'll be able to create each one of the above letters in all rarities and through UR. In order to create one Trust Stone, you'll need to have 20 Trust Stone Shards available for each letter and rarity. You'll be able to obtain different Trust Stone Shards from the far plane for rarities N, R, and SR, but for MR and UR Trust Stone Shards, you can only obtain those from the Mog Shop as an exchange from some events or using your high score medals from some missions, also available in the Mog Shop, and sometimes other ways such as presents that are given out. Alright, so let's take a look at how to obtain N through SR Trust Stone Shards. In the far plane, you can click on the Day Training tab, where you'll see the Trust Stone Refinement Chamber at the top. They are broken down by their letter, and different days have different boosts to the drop rates, so be sure to pay attention to take advantage of them when looking for ways to farm some. These quests also provide very useful drops as well, such as growth eggs, adamantite, books of refinement, and more. So it is a good idea to farm these quests often to get lots of shards and the other items that you need as well. Alright, so after you've obtained some Trust Stone Shards, let's take a look at creating a Trust Stone. This process is nearly identical for every rarity, so let's make an N Trust Stone for demonstration. When you're looking at the list of available Trust Stones that you can make, you'll see a different type for each letter. These types determine the passive effects that you will receive when you equip 2 or more of the same type to a TMR. This type will also provide a specific additional bonus stat. Once you've determined which type you would like to create, click on it and you will see the Forge UI appear. Depending on how many shards you have, you'll actually be able to create more than one Trust Stone if you prefer, all the way up to 99. Let's create a Trust Stone to see what we get. Once you click on Forge, you're greeted with a new screen showing you some of the stats and the ability that was randomly added. Because I created a shield type, you can see the basic stat is defense, and the other stats have been randomly added. On top of this, the additional ability is randomly added as well. There is a rather large list of additional abilities that can be available and be added, and the specific values of each additional ability is random as well. One important note I'd like to make about Trust Stones are the differences in rarities. For the set effects from similar types, the added bonuses will always be the same regardless of the rarity. 2 of the same type of NR trust stones will provide the same value as 2 UR trust stones. Higher rarity trust stones have the advantage of higher maximum added stats and higher maximum additional ability values. If you're looking for the best possible values for each aspect of a trust stone, a UR will be what you need. Let's say the additional ability that we got was not a type that I needed, or the value was not what I was hoping for. Thankfully, we are able to very easily dismantle and reforge this trust stone with just a click of a button and some gil on the bottom left. You're limited to the amount of times a day that you can dismantle a trust stone, so if you happen to hit the maximum, you can retry the next day. When we click dismantle and reforge, we're just recreating the trust stone again like we just did before. This time, you can see that I got a different amount of stats under additional stats, as well as a new additional ability. Now that we have an example trust stone, let's go look at the trust stones and further explore the UI to see how we can adjust it. Here you can see our example trust stone and all of the information about it. At the top, you can see the type of trust stone that it is and its current level. And then on the left-hand side, you will see the basic stat and 3 additional stats. Below that, you can see the trust stone's additional ability or abilities. On the right portion of the screen, you'll be able to adjust your trust stones. The following are all the ways that the trust stones can be enhanced or adjusted. Enhance. This will increase the basic and additional stat values. Temper. This will randomly increase or decrease the additional stat values with gil. Ability enhance. This will increase the value of the ability using lower level trust stones, which is why it is important to continually farm the trust stone chambers. And finally, ability merge. This is where you can take the additional ability from another trust stone and put it on this one, giving it 2 additional abilities, which is the maximum. After you've made a few trust stones of different letters and types, let's put them on our TMRs to see how the system works. We can head into the equipment screen and then find the TMR that we'd like to add the trust stones to. On the right side of the TMR screen, you'll see the trust stones section with all of the trust stone slots locked. We will first need to unlock these in order to add various trust stones that we have. In order to unlock these slots, you will need to click on the first one and have the applicable secret book of refinements available and some gil. Once you unlock that first one, you can go ahead and unlock the others. Now that we have all the slots open and available, we can begin adding the trust stones. Let's start with the first one, Idealism. Once we click on that, a new window will pop up asking you if you would like to enhance the pedestal or set a trust stone. If you are going to be setting UR trust stones, you will need to enhance it beforehand. To enhance the pedestal to UR, you can use any adamantite you have as well as any trust stone shards. Once you've got it to level 2, that's all you need to do to be able to use UR trust stones. Alright, so let's go actually set a trust stone now. We will click set and then we will be brought to the screen where we will set it. Overall, this screen should look pretty familiar as it gives you all of the trust stones that you have and the stats associated with them. Click on the trust stone you would like to set and keep in mind the set bonuses that I mentioned earlier for setting ones of the same type. Once the trust stone is set, you can see the information on the TMR stats section update. The added bonuses for the trust stones are visible in green text. Once you set all 6 trust stones, that's it. No matter which unit you use this TMR on, they will get the added effects. So it is important to plan out the trust stone usage beforehand so your units are taking full advantage of the proper stats and bonuses. When equipping trust stones, you'll have a few options available to make it easier for you to manage them and switch them out quickly. The first one you're able to do is copy a set of trust stones from one TMR and move them to another TMR quickly and easily, similar to how you copy a formation. This would, however, remove the trust stones from the TMR you copy it from, so keep that in mind. Another useful feature is the ability to set templates and quickly add them to a TMR. You can head into the templates section of the TMR screen and select it from the list up to 10. You can also create a template to use on this screen or name it as well. And finally, if you don't have a template set up and perhaps you don't want to manually add the trust zones, you can use the auto set feature on the TMR screen. This is a very useful feature that allows you to prioritize specific types as well as select the rarity. And if you choose, you can even have it add trust zones that are currently equipped on other TMRs. Alright, this was a brief overview of the trust stone system. This system is designed for you to be continually creating trust stones to eke out all of the power that you can from them. There are a lot of ways to customize a TMR with trust stones, so it is important for you to seek out the proper benefits for your unit's type. such as utilizing HP, defense, and spirit for a tank type, or increased slash attack for a unit that utilizes slash type damage. Trust stones can really sway the tide of battle in your favor. If you have any questions regarding this system, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and we will do our best to answer them. But that's going to be it for now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!